There's nothing more frustrating than hitting a beautiful high iron shot into a bunker and find yourself with a lie that looks like that. Hi, my name is Eric Kaplan. I have the pleasure coaching multiple major champions, and I want to give you the easiest way to get the ball high and soft out of the worst lies you've ever seen. Plug lies and fried eggs. Now, most common misconception from these lies is that you want to open the face and make a big swing. Now, the issue with that, if I were to open the face with a ball that's plugged, the full blunt edge of my sole is going to make contact with the sand. I need to swing out of my shoes hard before I can even have a chance of getting the golf ball out, if it even does so. So what I'm about to share with you is known as Gary Player's $1 Million Bunker Secret. So Gary Player, of course, was this bunker savant. He lived in South Africa, hit bunker shots hours each day, and of course he's going to figure something out eventually. So Gary's playing a practice round with Jack Nicklaus, and he winds himself into a lie that looks like that. You know, perhaps maybe even a little bit worse than that. You can barely see the golf ball. And so he walks into this bunker shot and proceeds to set up with the face that is absolutely shut. I mean, I don't mean closed. I mean the toe of the club pointing at your target. And so Jack's looking at him and saying, Gary, what are you doing? Gary's like, don't worry about it. I'm going to hole out. So he goes ahead and sets up, shuts the face down. Not only that, but he sets up with the ball off the hosel. Jack's looking at him, completely perplexed. Gary, from here, sets up with the face extremely closed, ball off the hosel, and then starts lowering his hands a little bit. Jack is wide-eyed when Gary hits a full swing shot that went just that high, just that straight, right into the back of the cup. So the question, of course, is what made this shot work? So you can quickly see something. If I were to go ahead and shut the face down and drop the handle, see how there's a V that's formed right there between the leading edge and the hosel? As the club enters that sand gets shot in towards the hosel right there. If a ball is off the hosel, it's going to ride that crest of sand and literally go straight up. It took me a full year in high-speed cameras really analyzing the granules of sand and seeing how they worked, where with enough speed, sand gets shot in towards the hosel, gets stuck here for a second, then goes straight up. The neat thing about this shot is once you build some confidence, the harder you swing, the higher the ball goes. And so, literally, from the worst lies you've ever seen, plug lies, fried eggs, you can hit really high, soft finesse shots that will completely blow your playing partner's mind. So, as I get here, I shut the face down, I lower my hands, and if I were to not set up with the ball off the hosel, if it's too much off the face, I would see a shot that goes a little bit lower and a little bit more left, but can certainly get out. Now, if I did want to maximize the height of the shot, what I would do is I would go ahead, step on it, shut the face down, drop my handle, set up with the ball off the hosel, and as you can clearly see, there's kind of a V that's formed right there. The ball will get shot out at that bisecting angle. And the harder I swing, the higher that ball will get shot. And so the neat thing about this is when your playing partners think you are absolutely stymied, you have a shot in your back pocket that not only help you get the ball out, but help you get out and close to the hole. That way you can make your putt for par. I know this shot is perhaps the most interesting thing that I show the guys on tour. And even though they love my putting program more because it probably makes them more money, this is the shot that literally blows their mind. And so to take things one notch deeper, I had the opportunity to head over to the Masters and sit in the Champions Lounge in 2014, when Jack and Gary kind of sit up next to me as I'm having breakfast with Bernhardt, and we start talking about this shot. And the neat thing for me is even Gary Player himself didn't understand the mechanism, how the sand actually worked through the face that caused the golf ball to get out. Again, he was this bunker magician, and the subtle difference between science and magic is explaining why and how it works. So I want to empower you with all these different shots around the green that give you a complete arsenal to get up and down from literally anywhere. Take this to the golf course. I know it's not only going to impress your buddies, it's going to save you a few strokes.
Hey guys, I hope that tip made a little bit of sense, and if you want to dive even deeper with me, I'm actually traveling to your club to host a special series of putting, short game, bunker play, and even full swing clinics for only 2 days. So if you want to go and sign up, please contact the Pro Shop for more information regarding exactly what time and date this clinic is going to be scheduled. And again, if you do sign up now, I'll actually bring a signed copy of my putting book just for you. And just to kind of give you an idea of what we're going to talk about over the course of these clinics, The putting clinic, we're going to talk about what we call the 4 secret body locks, how we're going to lock out the range of motion of your hands, arms, elbows, and shoulders, force you to make short putts automatic. We're going to talk about some distance control secrets. That way you can better calibrate your speed on 30, 40, 50, 60, even 70-foot putts, whether playing over at Oakmont, where the greens are super fast, or local muni. We're going to talk about green reading secrets that PGA Tour caddies would get fired for not knowing. We're going to talk about what, in fact, is the ideal speed of entry into the hole, as well as that new question, should you leave in the pin or not? And from there, we're going to dive into what is the short game school, which is about wedge play as well as bunker play. In wedge play, we're going to show you why you might have the tendency to either chili dip your chips or blade them over the green. We're going to get rid of that once and for all. We're going to talk about how to hit shots from different lies and conditions, which I think is even more important. Being able to get up and down, whether you're in deep rough, tight lies, against the grain, uphill, downhill, side hill, because it's not about moving your ball position around. There's actually some nuances of your setup that you want to observe to change your spin and angle of attack and trajectory from the different lies and conditions. We're also going to talk about how to better control your distance from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 yards from the green. That way you're going to hit it pin high every time. And we're also going to talk about the bunker, which is not only the easiest way to get out of the sand, but I know some players are really proficient from soft sand versus firm sand, so we want to give you some different shots in your arsenal that you can utilize that are optimal from soft sand versus firm sand bunkers. And so we're also going to talk about Gary Player's $1 Million Plug Lie Bunker Secret, which is how you go ahead and hit high soft finesse shots from the worst plug lies you've seen. We're talking about distance control, because really the mark of any short game magician is the ability to control your distance from the bunker, whether you are 20, 30, 40, even 50 yards away. We're also going to talk about not just greenside bunkers, but the long greenside bunker shot, that 50, 60-yard bunker shot, as well as fairway bunkers. And for those of you who really want to transform your entire game, we're also offering a full swing program where we're going to show you not only how to compress your irons to hit more greens than you ever thought possible, as well as ways to leverage your anatomy that help you crush driver further than probably ever before. We're going to talk about how to fix that one swing flaw you have and develop a single swing thought that you can rely on. That way, regardless how much pressure you're feeling, you'll be able to pull off the shot at hand. We're going to talk about ball striking as well as some common fault fixes. That way, before you go play in your member guest or your member, you won't embarrass yourself at the very least. And so I'm really excited to host these programs for you. I think I'm only going to be at your club for 2 days, and I think we only have 8 seats available per session. So again, go and contact the Pro Shop. I know if you sign up now, I'll be able to bring a signed copy of my putting book just for you. And I can't wait to share some time and really help you transform the game. And I've been doing this, the last 3 years at some of the best courses in the world. So I'm really excited to visit your club and spend some time with you to really help you understand how we're going to find improvement in this game that we love.